Okay, so this is going to be a fairly quick one. This is for a vial holder that goes on the belt. So you have two sections here. You also have these right here, which are going to be for some loops that hang down and hold some D-rings to put additional accessories on. But I wanted to walk you through this real quick. These holes right here are for the loops where the vials are going to go. And I've measured these. I've measured the holes here to be 1 inch. There's a space between the edge of this and the edge of this one. And this right here is, you can see just here on the mat here, it's about 1 inch wide. And I got a whole bunch of other ones that are a little bit smaller, about 3/4 and about 7/8. So the measurements on here are for a 1 inch wide bottle. Okay, what you're going to do if these are smaller than 1 inch, they'll still fit fairly well in between there. But I just wanted to make you just let you know how I came to this. So I went ahead and punched out all the holes and the pieces for the front and the back. Just so I already talked about these right here for the loops, the D-ring loops. These holes, 1, 2, 3, those are for Sam Browne buttons. And the way I do this is that this sits in the loop and then hits the Sam Browne button. That stops it from going all the way through. And I'll show you that later. One thing I did want to mention, and this is how you're going to adapt this template, depending on the size of your bottle. Okay, you might need to move these Sam Browne, these holes, these three here, down just a little bit, or move these holes up a little bit. So I mean, if I put this here, for example, where that button is, the majority of the bottle is going to be above, right? So if you want a more balanced look where the strap goes over the middle, you either have to move these holes down, right? So they go down here like that, or move these holes up a little bit. Okay. Now for what I've been working on, this one, it sits about right. It sits about right there, and should look okay. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're punching these holes. You either move them up or punch these three holes down a little bit. Okay. All right. So the next thing, this strap right here is, let me show you, needs to be about 5/8 inches, or about 16 or 17 millimeters. Okay, if you're using millimeters. Okay, so that's what I've done here. I did the 5/8 inch wide. How I put this together, I took the end of this strap, and the total for the strap, and that's why, like I said, it really depends on the size of your bottles. I made this strap 9 inches long, 5/8 of an inch wide. That way, it goes from here. You see, I sandwiched it between the bottom and the top piece. So I sandwiched it there, loop it through the different holes, and then once again sandwiched it between the two pieces on this end. So, and then I sandwiched it with the stitches. So that's nice and strong. You know, this isn't going anywhere. They can be adjusted if one is thicker than the others. They can be slid in and out. But just so you're aware, like I said, this is for a 1 inch wide. If you're using smaller bottles, okay, the size in here, right? It's not going to be for 1 inch. It's going to be smaller, right? It'll be a little bit lower, right? And if it's lower, then this strap length is going to be less than 9 inches, right? So what I recommend doing, what I did first was sandwich it here, loop it through my bottles, the little vials, and then bring it onto this side. And if there's anything extra overhanging, just cut it off and then sew it in the sandwich there between the two pieces. And that's how you do that. The Sam Browne buttons, I'm going to put through the back just for a little bit of extra strength. If you don't want those showing, then don't punch the holes on the back side and just put the Sam Browne buttons from here into the inside, right there, if you can see those holes, and put them through here, tighten them before you do your final stitching around. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start stitching around the outside, get the Sam Browne buttons, and then I'll put on the loops with the D-rings and show you how that looks. All right, thanks, bye. Okay, so here it is. I got the rivets done, got the Sam Browne buttons put on the back, I got the edges, well, these edges, beveled and embossed. I did forget to do the loops here, so if you want a even cleaner look, burnish, not emboss, what did I say? Bevel and burnish the edges there to clean those up a little bit. But let me show you, put some bottles in here and show you what it looks like real quick. Hold on. Okay, so here's with some bottles inside there. You can see how the Sam Browne buttons stop them from going any further. And it also just kind of gives it a little bit of a cleaner look. I like it. This would look pretty cool if you put some of that swirly glitter stuff in these bottles, or some of those fairy lights, they light up. That look pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm going to do another one real quick with a couple of mini flasks, if I can find those, where it's going to be the same pattern, but you're only going to have 2 mini flasks here on the piece instead of 3 bottles. So let me show you those flasks real quick. Hold on. Okay, so these are them. I don't know if you've seen these. These are on focus there. There we go. These are on Amazon. They hold an ounce and a half, something like that, of liquid. But what I'm imagining, and I'll put this in the pattern, is that they're going to go something like that, so that the strap is going to come up and around, and then up and around this way, and then these will be kind of in the middle, kind of like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that, and I'll include it. You'll see it in the pattern if I end up doing it. But I also have another one, which is a pocket, and I'll be showing that as well. So instead of vials or flasks, it's going to have a pocket for business card size, and then a flap that comes down and buttons. And this one will be more for like, I don't know if you've seen it on The Witcher's chest belt, or the belt that goes across his chest. He has something like this. He has the vials, but he also has like a pocket, small pocket thing that goes on that belt. Or if you wanted to put on the belt instead of across your chest, you could do that way too. But I'm going to show that one as well. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the other one I was telling you about. So it has pretty much the same base as this one, except for on the back side, I extended it out, put some snaps. I think it's a line, I can't remember, the smaller, not line 24 and line 20, it's the smaller, not the really big snaps. So I put those there. I have the front here. So this will, I didn't put the stitching along the top because you want to be able to get into this pocket, right? So there'll be a pocket here, and then I wanted something business card size. So business cards will be able to fit in here. So, but make sure you put the snaps on first, Otherwise, if you're trying to put the snaps on after you stitch this like this, you know, punching through, you can leave marks on the back side of the leather and just kind of looks weird. It's just easier to do the snaps when it's in one piece like this before sewing it together. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to sew these two pieces together. I already got the holes punched, and then I'm going to start with the belt loop holes down the right and then on the left. I still need to clean up some of the cut marks and bevel and burnish those. And then I'll do the outside here. And you'll be able to see that it's just kind of a nice little extra belt pocket for business cards or notes or things like that. Almost, I think it's the Witcher style, just because on the, I think it's the Manticore version of his outfit, he has this pouch thing on his the belts across his chest. So yeah, that's kind of where I got this idea from, and that one's same thing from that same outfit, that same armor, the Manticore armor. He has this thing across his chest on that belt with vials and in the pocket. So yeah, that's where I came up with this. Doesn't necessarily have to be that, but I know my daughter wears one just like this that I made for her on her waist belt. That she has different gemstones in. Looks like she has a scroll hanging from here that I made for her. So yeah, there's different things, different uses for it. Like I said, I'm going to finish this one up. I'm going to make the third one for the flasks and show you how that goes. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, so here's the belt pocket, I guess, if you wanted to call it that, or a little pouch to put stuff. I'm just holding it here, put some stuff in here so you can see kind of the amount of space that you can put in here. There's like 4 cards in the main pocket. You can put papers in there, and then the outer pocket here, there's enough space for 1, 2, 3, 4 credit cards as well. So plenty of room if you wanted to keep, if you want to keep some credit cards or ID in this pocket, on a belt, around your chest or on your waist. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Let me show you. Let me snap it real close real quick. Okay, yeah, so there it is with the snaps closed. Here's the back side. It just folds over like that. The belt holes on all of these up to 1 3/4 inches. So 1.5 inches, 1 3/4. Plenty of room in there. So here's this one. I already showed you the ones with the vials. That's looking nice. A reminder about the strap here, because I'm going to show you this one next. Here's the one I was telling you about with the flasks. So these are stainless steel flasks you can get on Amazon or elsewhere. But I wanted to do something similar to this. Instead of the vials, use something metal, and with these straps here. So very similar to the vial one, except this holds 2. The strap length for these is about 7 inches. This one was just under 9. It was about 8 3/4 from here, in and out, all the way to there. And this one was a little shorter since I only had to go around 2. So you get the little Sam Brown buttons there, the little D-rings. Those are 3/4 inch D-rings are there on the bottom, and there's the back side. So it's all smooth leather and saddle stitched around, reinforced for the belt loops. Reinforcement, these little straps here are reinforced into that stitching as well. So really strong. So if you like any of these 3 patterns or if you want to adapt them to whatever you have going on, feel free and send me pictures of how they look. I'm on Facebook. You'll see the link there in the Etsy and on the YouTube video. It's in there in the description. You reach out there or on Etsy, and let's see how yours turned out. All right. Good luck, and if you have any questions, let me know. All right. Bye.